Hello, how are we doing? Sunny here. So I'm going to show you guys in this video how I kind of do a Vambrace from pretty much from design to finish. So the first part is always to draw out what kind of pattern I'm after. So this is the design I'm going for, a bit more detail, look a bit cooler. The next step to that is obviously to grad wrap my whole forearm here with obviously with the grad wrap, and then use masking tape here and pretty much not wrap the whole thing, because I'm not going to go all the way around. I'm just going to go stop about here. So what I did is obviously wrapped it and dug and mask taped it to about here. And what I've done is I've drawn a center line, as you can see there, to show pretty much rather than having straight down, I'm following the contour of my forearm. So it's not straight, it's kind of curved a little bit, so it'll look quite a lot more cooler. So what I've done here, I drew a little center line there, quickly draw where that I'm going to start, where I'm going to stop, then I take it off and draw the rest of the pieces that I'm after. Let's come a bit closer. Down a little bit. So next step now, obviously every time I draw the next piece, I make sure that the points always end up on this line, so all the pieces will be pointing down the same way. Right, let's do the rest. Right. So now I've got that kind of pattern all drawn out. The next step obviously is to cut this all out and then transfer that onto a piece of card or a piece of paper. All right, let's do this. Alright guys, so as I was cutting this out, so I realized that I should have actually numbered the pieces first. Although this is not extremely important because my pieces are pretty much kind of like self-explanatory itself. It's not too complicated, but just in case if you guys make something quite complicated, quite detailed, it's best to number everything so you know which number go where. Right, next step now is to also transfer onto a piece of paper. As I trace this on, I'm going to make sure actually extend this guy out a little bit because these are going to overlap each other. So if I were to cut out all my pieces as it is, it will not overlap. So I'm going to make sure that when I draw the pattern on the piece of paper, that I extend this piece out maybe about 20 mils. So when I put the two pieces over top of each other, it will overlap nicely and look pretty cool. Alright, let's do it. Next step. Hey guys, so that's pretty much the end of the first part of how to make a Vambrace from scratch. So let's do a quick recap. So the first thing I did was I did a drawing of the design I wanted to make, and from there I covered my forearm here with a grad wrap, then use a masking tape. I tape up my forearm where I want the armor pieces to be. I draw down the center line, as you can see here, down my forearm. So it's following the contour of my forearm. So it's a little curve going right there. So it's not going straight down, it's following the curve. From after I've done the center line, I make sure all the pieces that I draw, all the points will meet up on the center line. Okay. From there, I cut out the first pattern, transfer that onto a piece of paper, making sure that I leave a gap about 20 mil at least, to make sure the pieces will overlap each other. As you can see here, they can overlap, so when they sit on the final arm, on my forearm, it will look so much cooler. Alright, so that's the first step pretty much of going from design to doing a pattern on your actual arm, and then from there do a pattern on paper. So come back for the next part where I start to cut this onto a piece of warbler and we'll do some sculpting. Right, thank you for watching. See you soon.